Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Working on the auction 2500 series Chevy here with horrible paint. Sat out for a long period of time and the sun really did a number on it. I showed a couple test areas on what really works on a surface like this. And I want to show a combination that has been out for quite some time, but I haven't covered it a lot on the channel. So a lot of the viewers may not be familiar with it. So let me go over a great combination for something medium. Not finish, not extra crazy cut, but somewhere in the middle. This is a wool pad, but it cuts, yes. Wool can cut. Wool can also finish very well. And this pad here is a yellow, which is their medium line, wool medium polish pad. I want to show you what this can do today. Yes, this could be used on a rotary, but the fibers aren't long enough to be a dedicated rotary polish tool. It'll wear down quick. Better on a longer throw dual action polisher, which I have here today, and we're going to demonstrate this pad on that. Now, in normal situations, with something not quite this hammered, you would want to team this up with their yellow colored polish line, medium. But in this case, with the extra oxidation and staining and being under a tree for over a decade, we're going to use the XC2, which has just a little bit more aggressive abrasives. XC2 could be used with a rotary polisher, force-driven, and dual action polisher. So we're going to team these two up. I'm going to show you in a test area what it can do. On your softer clear coats, you're going to need to probably switch out to a pad that can finish, and that would either be the dual action ultra fine or dual action fine pads, white or yellow. But I believe for this particular surface, in the shape it's in, and having medium to hard, leaning towards hard, stubborn clear coat, right here's your combination. Let's give it a shot, see if I'm right. Okay, let's mask off an area, say like this, from there to here. This is an excellent test hood. You could test many things on a hood this terrible and see what you can find to turn damage like this around. Because if it can turn this around, it could turn your normal everyday driver around too. All right, so let's tear this open. I want to show you this a little closer. So it does have softer backing and a nice soft foam, about 3/4 of an inch here, pad. And you can see the wool fibers here, not quite as long as wool fibers on a rotary dedicated pad. But you want to have this on something that has a larger throw. Something on a short throw, it's not going to be effective. All it's going to do is kind of just smush these fibers around, if that makes sense. Hopefully you can kind of see what's going on here. If you have something with a long throw, it'll throw all the fibers over to one side and then do some correction, throw it over to the other side and then do some correction. Hope that makes sense. We do have a long throw polisher right here. Let's get it attached. Let's get it attached, centered a bit more. There we go. Now, we're going to take the XC2, shake that viscous, rich formula and abrasives up, get it all mixed in there. This pad is brand new, it's dry. We're going to prime it first. Prime it. Now it has some abrasive throughout the wool. And then we're going to put just a little bit more back on there, your marble size or pea size drops right there. Spread out the polish. We'll spread it out even more. Turn it all the way down. First speed setting. Now let's speed it up between the third and the fourth speed setting. If you don't have it centered properly, it's going to show you. It's going to throw the polisher around. It's going to vibrate. Correction speed, guys. By the way, breaking out a fresh pad, a new pad, if it is not primed correctly, just add, if you're finding that it's drying out or there's not much of the product showing on the surface, just add a little bit more. And then your following passes, just add the normal amount. There we go. That's better. Now I do have to warn you, using the wool pads is a dirty, dirty business. You're going to have a little bit more contamination flying around than you normally would using a foam or a microfiber pad. But it's going to be completely normal. You're not doing anything wrong. Wool pads run cooler, so it's not quite as hard on the clear coat because the air can whisk between those wool fibers very easily and keep that temperature down. You often think of wool being very aggressive. Well, wool can be delicate as well, depending on the fibers. Can finish down well without leaving a haze. And I'll be able to show you that here. Wipe off the residue. And a little bit of dust, a little bit of wool fibers getting and tickling the nostrils a little bit. Completely normal. Look at the difference. From that to that. We have gloss and reflection once again. How much clear coat did we remove? Being a wool pad, well, let's find out. We'll get the paint depth gauge out. The section right next to it, 3.5 mils, 3.6. Why is it higher? Because we just corrected? Well, if you were here, you could feel this. It's still quite warm, so it's swelled. As I told you in another video, if you want to do some measurements, you got to wait till the panel cools down again because it's going to be uneven, swelled, thicker. I do want to show you, though, this is a section we did with a one-step, and you see real rough, kind of grainy. You come over here. It's a little bit more smooth. It's just the texture of the paint which is normal showing. So this is a little bit more aggressive than a regular one-step microfiber pad. Still great, excellent turnaround, but just a little bit more oomph behind it, if that makes sense. Let me let it cool down, and then we'll get some true measurements. In the meantime, while that's cooling down, I want to show you something interesting. No hazing, The deeper imperfections left behind, obviously. We weren't chasing after those. Come over here, and we're going to see actually a little bit of swirling left behind by that one step. This did a much better job all the way around. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. And as this area continues to cool, we want to make sure it cools to room temperature before we measure. I do want to mention the Rupes, the Roops products and tools are meant to be used as a team, a symbiotic family. Polisher, pad, backing plate, correction fluid. And they are meant to work together. Yes, they can be mixed and matched, and still you could be successful and they could still work great. But if you want to get the most out of them, they were formulated to work within each other. I have no problem mixing and matching. It still works. And the differences may be small, but I just wanted to let you know they would prefer you use everything as a team to get the most out of them. If you're going to spend that hard-earned money, because their stuff is not cheap, you might as well do it right. All right, that's cooled down. Let's take some measurements. Okay, let's measure over here where nothing's been done. 4 mils right here, 3.8. So, you know, a little bit has been removed, not a whole lot that can be picked up and measured, and that's fine. That's what you're looking for. By the way, there is no transfer on this pad. This was on the cusp of transitioning from single stage to clear coat. And back then they gave you 2 or more mils of clear coat. Well, 2 or more mils is still damn thin. I mean, you lay that on there, it's just not a whole lot to play with, not a whole lot to shave and do some correction, yet leave enough behind to protect that gorgeous color coat underneath. So I'm always going to stress to be responsible when you're correcting. When it comes to gloss, we're starting out at 49, and we will end up somewhere near 97, almost triple digits. Huge differences can be made. And there's another team and combination that can get it done for you. You don't see these a whole lot on the channel. I use these a ton. At first, just to be completely honest, I was not completely blown away and impressed by their pads, but I have learned to trust them because they last and they, when used correctly, are very, very effective. By the way, with these pads, they get matted down quickly, and I would clean them out if you can between every pass, and definitely between every panel. A pad washer's fine, so is turning on the polisher and using a brush. But unlike some foam pads and microfiber pads, it is recommended to use forced air for wool. And look how clean it gets in a small amount of time. They're all fluffed up, they're ready to go back to work. So again, this is the yellow Roops DA wool pad. The shorter fibers are on a pad that are wool are normally going to be made for a longer throw DA. The longer wool fibers for a rotary polisher, and they'll last a little bit longer, as you know, the rotary polisher will shave those fibers down rather quickly. I teamed it up with today the XC2. You preferably would want to stick with the yellow polishes, which are medium cut. But I knew this would be a great team on this type of surface, and it turned out fantastic, and you can use this around the whole vehicle. No extra step needed. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. If you have any questions at all, leave them down in the comment section. Hey guys, if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? A ton of content to come. If these videos help you, give it a thumbs up, maybe share it, help the channel grow. Hit the notification bell, that'll let you know when we have new content available for you. Again, there's going to be a lot of content to come. I'll catch you guys in the next video.